Hello, everyone. So, we have this interesting session where we are going to talk about digital transformation in transport, enhancing efficiency and user experience, challenges and future trends in digital transportation. The session name is heavily written around digital, but we will talk digital, but we'll also talk other things because digital cannot operate in isolation. It is connected with everything else. So I think we will talk about overall innovation and contextualize digital insight, but we'll also talk about overall transformation in the transportation sector itself. So may I request to start with our speaker from Kerala, PS Pramoj Shankar, who is the Additional Transport Commissioner and Joint Managing Director of Kerala State Road Transport Corporation. That what are the major innovations which are happening in the transportation sector in Kerala, and what is the vision of the future for say next 3 years? How is it evolving? Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. And first of all, I extend my sincere gratitude and thanks to West Bengal Transport Corporation and Elets and other organizations for inviting us and for making this platform to express the views. Especially we were discussing over this sustainability and all from morning onwards. That is a key point, sustainability with eco-friendly guidelines. I do remember the great words of one greatest thinker, Mr. Petro. He was telling that a developed country is a place in which it is not the place in which pure people can purchase some expensive vehicle. Instead of that, it is a place in which richer people are traveling in public transportation system. Of course, you are giving very much meaning by organizing this function, sir. While coming to the question which you have heard to me, KSRTC, it's a history, Kerala State Transport Corporation. Its history is way back in 1956, along with the state of Kerala. It was having a smooth transition from the normal transportation system to digitally or technologically oriented manner. As we know, the transport sector is one of the area in which technology is being incorporated or absorbed with the speed of somewhat I can say with the speed of some rocket manner. So here in Kerala also we have, especially under the guidance of Honorable Transport Minister, for last couple of years and months, we have done a lot of technical upgradations, starting with the Z-ticketing and one electronic platform for other digital measures, online passenger reservation system, and by introducing some apps called KSRTC Neo, and by introducing some smart cards, travel cards, and online concession systems, and some financial management module, court management system. Like this, numerous technical aspects are being incorporated into the system. By this way, and moreover, recently we have made one independent company under KSRTC. It is called SWIFT. It can operate by its own. Means it is totally independent, but it can earn its revenue, and it's proved that it is running on in a profit manner. Moreover, the other experiments like city circular, that's connecting the entire city, the most important locations, using some set of buses by giving different names to different circles. It's running successfully. And then another concept which we introduced, that is called Grama Vandi. It's first of its kind, in collaboration with the local self-governments. That is, local self-governments will maintain the running cost, whereas the other all aspects KSRTC will look after. So this is also a successful project, and we grabbed 2 awards in previous urban mobility conference also for these 2 concepts. Other than that, various other programs like city shuttle service, city radial services, like this, many new innovative programs or projects are being introduced in Kerala public transport system. Thank you.
Fantastic, and great to know about the various efforts, including the digital initiatives which are happening. And let me request our speaker from Andhra Pradesh, U.J.M. Rao, who is a managing director of Andhra Pradesh Rail Corporation, and he is a, I think, Indian Railways officer. So he has extensive experience in the transportation sector itself. So if you can talk about some of the initiatives which are happening in your department and which are happening across the state itself.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to address the gathering here, a light gathering from representatives from all industries related to transportation. So if you go back to history, in the transportation sector, it's the domain of civil engineering and mechanical engineering. We have seen the roads and road vehicles. Then slowly, electrical and electronics have entered into the transport sector and taken its space. And then, now aggressively, the digital technology has come into, and rather it is ruling the transport sector. There is a evaluation or improvements in all the sectors, but in transportation sector, it's much more. So the dignitaries who attended today to this summit are mostly from road transportation sector. So I represent rail and metro rail sector because I was here for the last more than 40 years of experience in these 2 sectors, rail and metro rail sectors. So I would like to tell you or explain to you what are the developments, what are the digital technology applications in the rail and metro rail sectors. You have seen, as I told you in the first session also, that we have started with the steam engines, steam locos, and then transformed to high-speed diesel oil, HSD we call it. Then after that, there is electrical trains, and then we're also trying for hydrogen lit engines in the future in the rail sector. So we have made the focus on the speed and safety. When it comes to speed and safety, you have seen the Duronto expresses, the Vande Bharat, now the new generation trains, and the bullet train, and all these things are coming up, and there are so many connected with that series, so many digital technology applications that have been built in. Coming to the metro rail sector, so this is the mass rapid transport system, we call it MRTS. Each train with a set of 3 metro cars, it is the capacity of 800 people. At a time, we can take 800 people to the next stop or the next station within the city. Metro rail is the transportation of cities and spread to the city outskirts. So here, the commuters will ride every day. Every minute is counting. So we have to take it very fast, very comfortably, conveniently, believable, because by this time the train will come. That means that metro rail will come at that time. So this is the metro rail system. So we can take out 16 buses. See, the metro rail systems, we have to run with a frequency of maximum 8 minutes, not more than that. For Indian Railways, we'll go to the stations, we'll wait for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, there is a train, maybe 1 hour. So we'll wait because our mindset is okay, train will come and we'll go. It is occasional journey. When it comes to metro, it is daily journey. You have to go and come back to your places. So time is very important. So this is ensured 100% by the metro rail systems. The metro rail systems will be the cheapest mode of transport on the long run. You know, the Indian Railways has the history of 160 years and plus. Over the years, slowly we have made the costs absorbed. So finally, it is the lowest, cheapest cost of all public transportation. So likewise, metro rail also be here. Somebody is telling that there is no people now. It is the mode shift, we call it, people's psychology to take the new system. So it will take some time. In India, the metro rail system is 20 years old. Forget about Calcutta Metro, which was started in 70s. But the metro standard gauge system has come in Delhi and spread over 28 cities today with 60 projects. In the next 5 years, we are going to expand it to 75 cities. So here, I just wanted to explain to you that the same DMRC system or a system which was established in Mumbai and Calcutta need not be put or replicated in the smaller cities. Nowadays, we are going to many cities. In Maharashtra, it is 4 cities already covered by metro, and Gujarat 3, and in the Uttar Pradesh 5, and Madhya Pradesh 2, like that. More and more cities are being covered now with the metro rail systems. So it is a transport sector is the state sector. So when it comes to state, it is a capital intensive project. In comparison to buses and all that, it is 5 times high. So the state administrations will see, is it required to spend so much? We can get 5 times of the road transport vehicles, EV vehicles. So why should we go for this? No, we have to go to that. So that, as I told you, one metro train of 3 coaches will take 800 people. It's equivalent to 15 buses. And 15 buses you can take out from the roads. Mostly the old aged vehicles can be taken out. Essential vehicles and EV vehicles and other ambulances like this can go freely, smoothly, without any traffic jams on the roads. Metro rails is not for competition. It is a complementary to the road transport vehicles. So that's why we have to promote this metro rail systems in all the cities, over years it will prove to be the cheapest mode of transport in comparison to any other public transportation and affordable to the common man. Because metro rail system is also rail based system, so the maintenance, the repairs and maintenance is very low. In Indian Railways, we have the problem of staff cost, because it is we cover the entire India. So very ultra modern things may not be possible there. But in metro rail, because we are talking of digital technology, what are the digital technology aspects we have adopted in metro rail is CBTC signaling system. It is called communication based train controlling system. So it is always very safe and 100% accident free. So it is very superior signaling system than the Indian Railways, what they have adopted. Of course, it is a bit costly, but life cycle cost will be cheaper when you work it out. And the other one is driverless operations. Now we are adopting in metros driverless operation, ATO and ATC we call it, automatic train operations and automatic train control systems. With that, there is no necessity for a driver, because it is the ROW is only for metro. No other vehicle will come into. So this vehicle only will go. And this will be controlled by OCC, Operation Command Control System. This Operation Command Control System can control by a orbit of 100 km. So within the range of 100 km orbit, it will see the vehicles, how it is moving and all that. So this ATO is there, but again, without a driver, if the train goes, nobody like to entrain the train, there is a fear psychosis will be there. So we are recruiting the young boys and girls of degree and above as the drivers, just pseudo drivers. They will be there and taking the trains. This is one new technology. And there is a third rail technology. You have seen, because you know the metro rails run on power, electric power. It is a pollution free power. So here there will be, we have seen that OHE, overhead equipment. This overhead equipment, you have masts, poles will be there, and there will be catenary, cantilevers will be there, catenary wire will be there, and frequently tripping will be there, birds will come and all that. So with a gale, the masts may be tilted. So all these things will be there, but for third rail, there is no such problem. So the cost will be okay, that's at par, but again the electrical consumption will be very smart, and the expenditure will be less in comparison to diesel and petrol. This is 35% less energy. So for managements and governments, it is an energy saving. So there is AFC, automatic fare collection systems.
May I, sir, interrupt?
Yes, sir.
Just that, like we will,
Okay.
we'll have another round
Yes,
of
sir.
discussion.
Okay.
So,
Right.
like I can come
Right,
back to
sir.
you again.
Right, sir. Okay.
So let me request and kudos to you for highlighting so many initiatives, and also you have talked about that metro infrastructure is cheaper than the bus infrastructure. So there is a lot of debate around it. So many people don't agree to it. So I think we will discuss this issue in our future panels also. So let me request our next speaker, Mr. Prantosh Deb, who is the Chief Mechanical Engineer of West Bengal Transport Corporation. So, the Prantosh ji, if you can speak about some of the new initiatives and innovations. Yes, okay, that's fine. But please be a bit brief, right?
So myself is Prantosh Dev. I am the Chief Mechanical Engineer of WBTC. First of all, I thanks Elets for organizing such a wonderful event on the topics discussed here. Today, we are discussing here the topic which is digital transformation in transportation. In short, he has told me that to shorten my lecture actually. So we have been operating buses in Calcutta for the last 7 decades. But for the initial 5 to 6 decades, we were using the buses with the same technology, almost same technology. Not so much advent or so much input was there in the part of digitization in operating the buses. But after the advent of new technology, manufacturer has started using the technology, particularly to control the pollution of the engine. So they have started modifying the engine with the technology, and they have installed some devices called ECU, which controls the particular timing of the engine, exhaust manifold of the engine. So everything is being controlled, and there are norms, the BS1, BS2, BS3, BS4, there are norms of pollution by Government of India. So manufacturers started manufacturing engine which are compliant to BS1, then BS2, then BS3 and BS4. So we are also, the WBTC also has tried to be associated with the technologies. And WBTC is the first organization in India who adopted BS4 technology buses in the year 2014. This is a huge achievement. So apart from that, intelligent transport system concept has been developed after after the year 2000. So that concept also we have been incorporating in our system. So in the year 2015, we procured some buses, around 632 buses we procured. The buses were enabled with some devices which are not actually responsible for the operation of the buses. The devices are responsible for additional inputs, additional comfort, additional information regarding the operation of the buses. Particularly, we procured the buses along with the devices called VLTD, Vehicle Location Tracking Device. So from that device, we used to get data, live data of latitude, longitude, and timestamp. So with that, we maintained some display boards inside the buses and outside the buses. Inside the buses, we used to announce the stoppages. The next stop is coming, which stop is coming, for the information of the passengers, for the information of the commuters. Apart from that, there are outside display boards are there. Apart from that, with the help of the vehicle location tracking device, we developed a mobile app called Patho Disha. So with that app, commuters used to know the actual location, live location of the buses, of a particular bus or a particular route, or at a particular stoppage, which buses are coming next. The app is very popular in Calcutta. Already 10 lakhs commuters have downloaded this mobile app. So this is very huge achievement of our organization WBTC. Apart from this, we started using electronic ticketing machine from the year 2016. The machines are enabled with GPS and GPRS both. So we are getting live data of the revenue of the buses through that machine, through GPRS system, and we have a center, command control center, CCC. We are able to see the live status of revenue of the buses for all the buses which are on the road flying lively. The ETMs are enabled with smart cards and QR code. We have already sold more than 30,000 smart cards in Calcutta. The smart cards are enabled with ETM, and then that can be swapped to purchase a ticket from the machine. So we are now developing a smart card to use the card all over the West Bengal, which is called One State One Card. That is under progress. We have already started using for 3 transport corporation, and another 2 transport corporations will join very soon. Our step is NCMC card, National Common Mobility Card, which will be enabled for all India transport. If you buy this NCMC card, you can use the same card in Best Transport and Calcutta Transport simultaneously. So these are the achievements we are doing for the last 6 to 7 years. We have got some awards also. We have got Pathudisha Scotch Award for Pathudisha, and we have recently got award for digitalization of our bus services. It is our achievement in brief. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you can ask me, no problem.
So I heard about this mobile app, GPS systems, and all these initiatives. So kudos to you for taking these initiatives. And so I will request each of the speakers to talk about what are the challenges, emerging challenges you are seeing in the transportation ecosystem around your states. So if you talk about Calcutta, you can talk about AP, you can talk about Kerala. So because we have 2 more sessions to happen after lunch, so we can reflect on these challenges in the post-lunch sessions. So because in each challenge there is an opportunity. So requesting you to speak about the possible challenges and the emerging opportunities linked with them briefly in say 5 minutes. So.
Thank you. While speaking about the challenges, based on the previous discussion, one major point which struck in my mind is we were discussing about this EV population growth in India. In West Bengal, we were discussing. And in Kerala, way back in 2019, we had an ambitious plan of EV policy, and we declared to with 1 million electric vehicles by 2022. However, we achieved a milestone of 1 lakh vehicles. But here, one point I wish to highlight is, out of this 1 lakh, nearly 65 to 70% is that of two-wheelers. And morning also we were discussing a lot of growth is happening in that sector. But whereas when we are speaking about this public transportation, especially for the buses, this chargers and charging infrastructure making and its stabilization. That's one of the challenge which I am seeing, because just some couple of minutes before also we were discussing about the swapping batteries and its technology. It's a very, very, very wonderful thing. And especially for three-wheelers in the district of Thiruvananthapuram, capital of Kerala, a good number of vehicles, three-wheelers are converted into the swappable mode. We had a discussion and a meeting with these auto owners there. They were very happy. They are earning more than roughly nearly rupees 2,000 per day without much pain. So because of that particular company introduced nearly 14 centers of swapping there. But whereas the same thing, the technology is not matured for higher capacity vehicles, especially with the 200 kilowatt battery capacity required for this buses and all. And another one is battery remote charging facility. Morning we were again discussing on the topic of vehicle to grid, grid to vehicle and all. So these technologies to be some more in a faster mode, it need to be matured. Then only we can achieve this target which is envisaged for this carbon neutrality by 2040, 70 like that. This is one aspect I wish to say while talking about the challenges. But whereas in the challenges, as we regularly say about challenges, opportunity also lies there. Morning, Minister Saab was telling about this Calcutta, that transportation rush situation, and there are some reluctance to shift to that fully e-rickshaw mode and all. But whereas the solution also came there. So the opportunity also lies in that challenges. So here a lot of some companies and some startups are coming forward. It's the thing we need to take forward, especially for making charging infrastructure to move for a greener transportation mode. And other than that, as you know, this public transportation throughout the country or throughout the world, it needs some sort of support from the government or some other entities because of the situations and some challenges which they face due to policy making and all. So for that, how we will fix it? Recently we have come up with this GCC model and all. But there are some if we take this EPK, earnings per kilometer or earnings per bus and all, it may not be profitable for many of the corporation. So that viability gap funding, that how we will compromise or how we will make it run. So for that some support is required. Then only this we can push the role or the aim or we can pursue the goal of public transportation and can achieve this carbon neutrality aim. These are the two main points I wish to say, sir. Thank you.
Fantastic. I think thanks for raising this point about EV and EV infrastructure itself, which is a major issue which is being discussed across the country, and a lot of initiatives are happening across the center and the state governments. So thank you for talking about it. So we have this discussion regarding this EV infrastructure, and so what are the initiatives which are happening in the state of Bengal regarding EV infrastructure and EV adoption? If you can briefly mention that.
No, regarding EV infrastructure, already my colleague has told something that we are going to procure more than 1,200 buses for Calcutta city. So the buses will start coming by December or 2023. So other than this, we are installing some charging stations, new charging stations for those buses. And that is the basic information we are having. Now we are actually you are previously told to narrate some challenges we have faced during the digitization process. Yes. So that was the main interesting issue. Yes. So no issue. So regarding digitization of the transport system, particularly implementation of intelligent transport system, we faced a lot of challenges, because this is a system in India. This is the first time we started to implement this system in ITS. So we selected vendors. The engineers of the vendors did not know the technology. We did not know the technology. This is the serious issue, that we both vendor and the who are implementing the host agency both do not know the technology which is going to be implemented. So another challenge is that to convince the crew person, particularly the conductors, that ticketing machine will be better for them. It is a very big challenge. So we have to face physical threat to introduce those electronic ticketing machine, to hang those machines on his shoulder. So third, there is a serious issue was the hardware part of the integration of hardware and software. So particularly we took SIM cards, GSM SIM card from Airtel, and we took device from another tracking device from another agency. So to get accustomed to get synchronized with the SIM card and the device, it took around 6 months to synchronize this. So Airtel was telling that they were correct. The device manufacturer was telling us they were correct. So we are also ignorant regarding the technology of the system. So we faced a lot of challenges for at least 1 year to start the implementation of the process actually. So after that, we have achieved that. Conductors are now very used to the ETMs. They are not taking manual tickets. They are searching for ETMs while joining on the duty. So that is our achievement now. We are facing and we will be facing another challenges to introduce some common card. I told that we are going to introduce one state, one card. and after that we will convert it to NCMC, National Common Mobility Card. That is also a big challenge. The central government also is trying for the last 6 to 7 years to introduce those NCMC cards. So that we are, it is in our pipeline now. So in this case also we are facing challenges regarding bank, the devices, the technology, the synchronization of the technology. This is a huge problem for us. So I don't know how we will overcome this situation to introduce those NCMC cards.
Let me ask you challenges of adoption of digital and overall digital transformation itself in the railways ecosystem.
Any new technology, the latest technology, adoption in government organizations like state government or central government is difficult, because already we have the people in the system who are the permanent employees. The people are of different ages. Maybe people 30 to 35 years, so they can immediately catch, and in their colleges also, they have learnt something basics. So they immediately catch up. The people 40 plus, it is difficult to adopt this. So what generally we do, when the new technology is adopted in the system, we will, from that company, we will ask to supply and also maintain for 5 years or 6 years, so that the staff here, the operating staff here, can be trained, skill development, all these things are part of that contract. So when they leave, these permanent employees are also already accustomed or to use that new technology. So that way we can come out of this challenge. So this we are adapting in rails, in Indian railways. Of course, in the metro rails are new systems now being adopted all over India. There we are taking the people who are already trained in this or already in that line. So it's a bit easy, but in Indian railways, we do like that. Any technology, that technology has a cost-effective technology, cost saving will be there, life cycle cost will be less. So with all that advantages, value-added advantages, the new digital technology is coming, and definitely we have to encourage and we have to abreast. Thank you very much.
Excellent session.